All right, everyone. We have notes on section 3.1. This is a start of geometry. So here we go. What is an angle? What are the different kinds of angles? And how can we identify the different types of angles? So first, the angle pairs that we're going to talk about. Complementary angles are angles, any two angles that add up to 90 degrees. So for example, one angle is 70, one angle is 20. Those add to 90. Supplementary angles are the angles, or any two angles whose measures add up to 180. And then a linear pair are a pair of angles that together make a line. So I'm going to draw a little picture of this one. A linear pair would be a little example down here. Angle 1 and angle 2 down here would be a linear pair. So those angles add up to 180 degrees as well, because a line is 180 degrees. So like if you are facing to the left and then you spin in half of a circle and then are facing to the right, that is called the 180, because it is 180 degrees to go from facing one way to the opposite direction. And that also forms a line. So if two angles together form a line, those angles would add up to 180. All right, so here are some examples where we find different missing angle measures. So if angle A is complementary to angle B, which means that they add to 90 degrees, and they tell us that angle B is 34 degrees, we want to find out how big angle A has to be. Well, we know that angle A plus angle B equals 90 degrees. So angle A plus 34 equals 90. So if you want to find out the missing angle, you would subtract 34, and you find out that angle A is going to be 56 degrees. 56 plus 34 equals 90. Okay, the second example, angle A is supplementary to angle D. That means that they add up to 180. So if angle A is 120 degrees, and again, we know that angle A plus angle D adds up to 180, we know that 121 plus angle D equals 180. So we're going to subtract 121 from 180. So angle D equals 59 degrees. All right, and I forgot to mention that if I feel like I'm talking fast, it's because I don't want to just have this video take forever. If you feel like I'm talking slow, you can just kind of speed the video up on YouTube as you watch it. So you can go at your own pace if you need to. So angle C and angle H are a linear pair. What that would mean is that they form a line together, or they add up to 180. So kind of a shortcut here is, if you know they add up to 180 and they give you one of them, you could do 180 minus the angle they give you. So 180 minus 135, and that would give you 45 degrees. So angle C has to be 45 degrees, because 45 plus 130 is 180. Okay. Example 4. If angle A is 82 degrees, and they want you to find a complement, or the complement to angle A. Complementary and complement kind of mean the same thing. What is going to add up to 90 degrees with 82 degrees? So the complement is going to be 8 degrees, because 8 plus 82 equals 90. Okay, part B, we want to find the supplement. Supplement means they add up to 180. So the supplement you want to find the supplement, you would do 180 degrees minus the angle you're given, and that's going to be 98 degrees. So the supplement is 98 because 98 plus 82 equals 180 degrees. So the complement is 8. The supplement is 98. Okay, and then example 5 at the bottom. Use the picture to find the measure of angle K. So angle K is over on the left. Okay, so we want to find angle K. Together, angle K and this angle, angle L, which is 37 degrees, together they form a line. And remember that lines are 180 degrees, so that means angle K plus 37 degrees equals 180. And if we minus 37, angle K is 143 degrees. All right, flipping over to the back side. We have some other special angle pairs now. Vertical angles are two angles such that the sides of one angle are opposite rays. To the sides of the other angle. And when two lines intersect, or when two lines cross, they form vertical angles. So in our picture, angle 1, okay, angle 1 is this top angle, and angle 3, I'll make one red and I'll make 3 blue. Those are vertical angles because if you look at one of the red lines and one of the blue lines, they form opposite rays that point in opposite directions. So 1 and 3 are vertical angles. Okay, another pair of vertical angles are angle 4 and angle 2. Okay, so those angles are vertical angles. They're basically when two lines cross, they're across from each other. So you see how 4 and 2, one's on the left, one's on the right. Those are vertical angles. Okay. Next box, a transversal, which is a geometry term, is a line that intersects two or more lines in different points. And the interior angles are angles inside or in between the two lines that are cut by the transversal. And exterior angles are angles that are on the outside of the two lines that are cut by the transversal. And corresponding angles are angles in the same position. And you'll see what that means when we get into it, but they're in the same position in relation to each line and the transversal. Okay, and like when you see an example, it'll make more sense, but basically, like if one angle is left of the transversal and above a line, that means the other angle that's above a line and left of the transversal is corresponding. Like I said, you'll see as we go here. So use the figure to answer the following questions. Name a pair of vertical angles. So there's a lot of pairs of vertical angles here. I'm just going to look at the top. Okay, angle 1 is in the top left. That is a vertical angle with angle 3. So 1 and 3 are vertical angles. Hey, if you want to list another pair, 2 and 4 are vertical angles. 5 and 7, and so are 6 and 8. Okay. Number 2, name at least 2 interior angles. So the interior angles, so here's the transversal, by the way, T. And then these are the two lines, the red lines that we're going to make are cut by the transversal. So the interior angles are all of the angles that are in between these two red lines. So if we want to name at least two of them, I'll just name all of them. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6 are all the interior angles. Okay, and the exterior angles are all the angles that are on the outside of the two red lines. So let me highlight these. The exterior angles would be angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, and angle 8. So those are all the angles on the outside of the two lines that are cut by the transversal. Okay, I'm going to erase because the next part, the corresponding angles don't really need to be interior or exterior. So I'm just going to get rid of the green and the yellow stuff. So name a pair of corresponding angles. So I'm just going to pick one angle to start with. If we're looking at angle 6, okay, do you see how angle 6 is right of the blue line and it's above a red line? The only other angle that's right of the blue line and above a red line is angle 2. So angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. Okay, another pair of corresponding angles, like let's pick one. I'm going to pick 4 because we didn't use 4 yet. So you see how 4 is below a red line and left of the blue line? The only other angle that's below and left would be angle 8. So angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. Okay, and the other pairs we haven't mentioned, 1 and 5, 3 and 7. I can just write those down. All right, and then our last example on this page is name a linear pair of angles. So let me erase. Linear pair has nothing to do with transversal. So if I just pick one line, I'm going to highlight it. Here is this green line. Okay, I don't care about any other line on here. One pair that forms that green line would be angle 1 and angle 2. Together, angle 1 and angle 2 form a line, so they're called a linear pair. And there's a lot of other linear pairs in this picture. 5 and 6 would work. 2 and 3 would work because they form a line. So we could list a bunch of pairs, but the one I'm going to go with is angle 1 and angle 2. Okay, and then I believe the last page of this section here, the third page, once we have determined interior and exterior angles, we can be a little more specific. We have alternate interior angles, which are a pair of alternate exterior angles, are a pair of non-adjacent exterior angles on the opposite sides of the transversal. Alternate interior angles are also on the opposite sides of the transversal. They just happen to be on the inside, one of those interior angles. Consecutive interior angles are on the interior angle, are a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. These are also sometimes called same side interior angles. Yes, we have alternate interior, alternate exterior, same side interior, or also known as consecutive interior. I do want to point that out. Consecutive interior and same side interior, those phrases are interchangeable. I might mix them up and say them both because when I taught regular geometry, that book used consecutive. I also teach honors geometry and they use same side interior angles. So I hear both of them in my classes, so I interchange both of them. Okay. Anyways, in the figure below here, let's name a pair of alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles, again, are on the inside. So on the inside is angle 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and they're on the opposite side of the transversal. So you see how like 4 is on the left, 6 is on the right. So angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. Okay. Remember, exterior angles are on the outside, so in the green. Okay, so if I pick one of those angles, like angle 1, let's say. Angle 1 is on the outside, and it's on the left. Okay, an alternate exterior angle would also be on the outside, but on the opposite side of the transversal. So angle 1 and angle 7 would be alternate exterior angles. Okay, if I want to list another pair, angle 2 and angle 8 are also alternate exterior angles. Okay, and then the last one, name a pair of same side interior angles. So same side interior angles are on the inside and the same side of the transversal, so angle 4 and angle 5. Or you could say angle 3 and angle 6. Both of those pairs are same side interior angles. I know a lot of new vocab from geometry with the different pairs of angles. There's no worksheet. When I'm back tomorrow, we'll be practicing this stuff and we'll go through it. So that is all for today. Make sure your notes filled in, and we'll continue on tomorrow. So I'll see you all in class tomorrow.